go again now, Ching. Three cards. You decide. Past, present and future. Or the situation. The right course of action. And the outcome. $39. Bit far away, isn't it? 17, it's there again, bloody thing. And 59. And the external energy is the 64 again. So, where did it all begin? It began with an obstruction. Thistles, weeds, impending doom. The water suspended above the immovable mountain, something you feel like you cannot change, ready to come cascading down at any moment. You reached a major obstacle in a matter that you are pursuing and maybe thinking of turning back from the situation altogether. There's no way to move except forward, but do not push on into danger regardless. Pause for a while, replenish your resources, seek advice and aid from others. Prepare. Spirit's been telling us that for a long time. Rebuild your strength and pay attention to your inner voice. You must understand that obstacles are a natural occurrence. They are often of your own making, in the sense that had you not chosen this particular route, you would not have encountered these particular obstructions. If you understand the nature of the problem and move forward gently, you can actually achieve a great deal. But there's no going back. The 17 once again, and I'm sick of reading this one, but help her. The following. This is the time where you think you can put your troubles of the world to one side. This is the season of autumn, when everything in nature settles down for the long sleepy hibernation of winter. There's nothing you can do to avoid the situation, so go along with the prevailing circumstances. So until autumn, which all the yearly reads did say the back end of this year. There is nothing you can do to avoid this situation, so go along with the prevailing circumstances. The subtext to this hexagon is flexibility, adaptability. In personal terms, it means that you have reached a point in your affairs where there is no purpose in trying to get your own way and following your own path. If you carry on regardless, ignoring the underlying facts of the present situation, you will come badly unstuck. It is not that the universe is lined up against you, but that your goals and the general atmosphere of the time are out of sync. The intelligent approach would be to be flexible and laid back as possible. So stop being stubborn. And the outcome, now we've got an idiot with his music playing. Never stops, does it? Dispersion. The gentle wind above the abysmal water. Because it is a gentle wind, the water is not whipped up into high waves, but is mildly lifted into the air. 1 minute. The water is not whipped up into high waves, but is mildly lifted into the air to form a slight mist. The implication is that through the right method you can sweep away the differences and disunity to produce a common good. In personal affairs, this is a time to take down the barriers, dismantle your defences, and seek cooperation in all things. So if you really want something, you're going to have to cooperate. The ancient Chinese saw the family as the only true base in society, and this implies that the moment it is right to deal with any dissension at home in the spirit of goodwill. If you find yourself at odds with family, friends, or colleagues, it will be very difficult to move forward. So take this opportunity to mend fences and create a productive and atmosphere as possible. Then you will see great benefits all around. So trying to keep the peace, really. But what is the external energy? The arrival. And this is what's made everything so hard. Fire signs, water signs. Both elements can move together in the right direction without harming each other. There are differences though which must be overcome if this situation is not to break down altogether, so there has to be some compromise. This is another example of essential ambivalence of ancient Chinese philosophy. In personal affairs, it is time to consider change. It is possible to realise your goals, but it isn't going to be easy, and it isn't meant to be, because nothing worth having is. You may have a clear vision of where you want to go and how to get there, but fate always has more in store than you bargained for, so arriving isn't going to be as straightforward as you imagine. And on this particular journey, you're not going to be the same person who set out on it. So something has changed you, and you can no longer stay as you were. You have to move forward. There are choices here for you. You decide what those choices are. Thanks for listening.